Hello everyone! I am very excited to show you this apartment. I built it last night and I was very excited about it because I am using the new stuff from the base game, the one that we got for the birthday celebrations. And so I am using these new windows but also pink doors, which I was super excited about. So you'll see that this apartment is mainly white and pink, which is something that I don't do a lot. I have been using white walls more often now, and I'm finding it interesting, so yeah. I thought that this was a nice way to try that, and this is going to be the floor plan. I decided to use these doors, which at first I didn't know if I liked that much, but I really wanted to hide that entryway and make a new one, so I used these ones, and since they don't have windows, they are perfect for this kind of thing. And I really wanted to try and use this new floor, the wooden floor that we got from the Blast from the Past event. And also I am using this new tile, which is so beautiful, and it is the perfect pink for this, and the new counters. So I really wanted to use the same stove and fridge that you normally find in this apartment. This is Salim Ben Ali's apartment normally, and these appliances are normally kind of a mint color, so I wanted to have them in pink. And I really liked how these cabinets actually ended up looking. I added some LED strips underneath them, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I actually discovered that if you size them down, they are exactly perfect for the size down counters still, so I thought that was cool. And I picked out a lot of this clutter, which now looks pretty messy, but I am going to be arranging it in a way that makes sense. And I also wanted to have towels and aprons on the wall. This is a very small kitchen, but I really wanted to have a decently sized living room because I didn't want this apartment to look too cheap. I wanted it to look like somebody has bought this apartment and maybe they decided to paint some of the tile, because I recently learned that you can paint tile. So I left the entryway tile as normal, just in a white swatch, but I painted it pink in the bathroom. And also there's kind of a closet space because I wanted to hide the Needs DLC items in here. I didn't manage to hide the mouse holes, but they are perfectly reachable, as well as the pipes. There's one item that isn't super reachable, but you can still take care of it. But that comes later. So now I have just laid out this dining room, which I really liked. I like how the pink from Lovestruck matches perfectly with this pink from the update or the XTX drop. And if you would like to download this apartment, it is available on the gallery under my ID, which is Veranjo. And I will also have the link down in the description. And I really like this wallpaper that I am using from Lovestruck with the roses. I decided to use it here again because it felt a bit too blank with how white these bookshelves are. And I thought that it looked nice. And also I cluttered it mainly just with the Comfy Gamer kit, which has some of the best office clutter in the game. And actually that's why I had stopped using these bookcases for a while, because I always struggled with cluttering those open shelving that it has, because of how the slots work. But here I was very happy with how that worked, and I also got some more books to have on the upper part of it, as well as a plant. I actually reused that plant in the bedroom as well, but in a different swatch. And here in the desk I really wanted to have the PC tower, some more of those items from Comfy Gamer. This lamp from Lovestruck was very nice because it had some of that darker color that I was using, and so I feel like it kind of brought it all together. And I also really liked using that phone. It has the perfect pink. I'm so very happy to have actual phones in the game so that you can use them to decorate, and some people still do have them, so even if I was thinking that this was a contemporary apartment, I felt that it made sense to have that. And I also picked out the alarm clock so that I could have it in the bedroom. But I also added these beautiful bookshelves. They are from the Cozy Kitsch kit, and they are some of the best furniture pieces in the game. They are great for small tight spaces like here, and that rose I actually changed the color of it, but only when I was taking screenshots. You will see that then, and this is what the living room is going to look like. I used the sleep couch from Lovestruck as well, and it's more of a chair actually, and it's from Cozy Bistro. There's so many names that are pretty much the same in this game now. And I actually decided to have another window here in this corner just because I didn't think this wall needed any kind of artwork in it, so I decided to take up space in that way, and I just added a lamp and a small table from Life and Death, which actually matches that radio pretty well. And then I decided to clutter these just using some books with these plants, some more plants, this candle, which I am very much a fan of. It has this beautiful swatch that looks like it's coffee, and I just love it. And I decided to have these hanging plants from Nifty Knitting. They are perfect. They have the same colors, this pink and the red, and also that kind of greenish blue that the wallpaper also has. And yeah, I'm just adding some more plants and some more little kind of details. That frame TV has some great colors for this apartment because it has that pink, but also a few other colors that go well with it. And I added another plant in this corner because I didn't know what to do with it, and it was a bit too narrow for anything else. But now we're working on the bedroom and we're adding these same curtains. I really like these curtains. They are great for any sort of window. And here I wanted to use the new carpet. I'm not a fan of carpet at all. I really don't like it. But this new texture is so wonderful and it looks so much better than the other carpets that we had. So I wanted to use it here, and it's only one bedroom. I also decided to have another rug in here just because it felt a bit more interesting that way. I am using one from the Modern Luxe kit because I wanted to have some of the pieces from that kit. I was using the curtains, and I'm going to be using one of the lamps. And here I am just using some items that I have used before and, some normal bedside clutter. I really liked how that alarm clock looks next to that lamp. It has exactly the same colors. And I just added a closet and a mirror, which I felt were nice. And actually, I think that this is me being minimalistic. I don't know how it looks to other people, but I was actually trying to not have every single piece of these be busy. So this is that other part that I mentioned that isn't so accessible, but if it breaks you can just move the counters and the cabinet. I really like how it looks, kind of like a furniture piece, and how it has all of these beautiful little jars and things. And it also was perfect for that little cup with toothbrushes, and that mirror was also perfect with the style and everything that I was using in here. And I decided to just use white tile because otherwise it would have been too much. And because I felt like it looked nice with these counters, I thought that we had pink counters, but it turns out that we don't. So I was a little sad when I was making this apartment and discovered that, but I think that this way it worked out great. And this bathroom was big enough to have laundry in here as well as the hamper, so I think that worked great. And I decided to just hang the bathrobe on the wall and add some candles on top of the toilet. Those shelves are also from Comfy Gamer, and they are some great shelves. I also used them somewhere else in here, in a few places actually, and I felt that they were great. And I also really liked using that rug from Lovestruck in front of that shower, which actually has pretty much the same pink that I was using. And here I just have the pipes, and I kind of made this into a closet kind of space. So I added the broom and the ironing board, I guess. And then I have some shelves on top of that, and I just added a bunch of toilet paper and a bucket with some detergent and stuff. I think that this is a bit too high up, and maybe it was too much to add this, since I was already adding stuff to the wall. But I wanted the pipes to be accessible and for this room to make some sort of sense. So I think I also have the fire alarm in there. And now we're going to be working on the entryway, where I have that same tile. I think I used the version of it that has the patterns, because I thought that it was nice too. And I have the coat rack, the umbrellas, the thermostat on one side, and then on the other I have the new burglar alarm, which I was very excited for. And I am using those shelves again just to add some more clutter in here. I wanted to have some shoes. So I think that this is perfect for that kind of storage, and they actually snap to those slots because it's a bigger shelf. So I thought that it worked great for that, and I just made sure to have them look a bit more natural in here, and I was very glad with the result. I think that it looks like something that you would have at an actual narrow space like this one. And I also got that shelf where you can have keys and mail, and I also added light switches. I have light switches everywhere, but I kind of forgot to add them when I was decorating most of these rooms. So I think I go back in the end and add them. And also I really wanted to have some lighting on top of this so that it wasn't super dark, but I felt like there was enough light coming in from the window on the door, so I didn't want to have too much light in there. And then I just felt like this corner was a bit too blank, so I just got the shelving unit and added a statue and a plant to it. Oh, and that light that I have above the dining table was a new one, and I think that it's a very nice light. It's very simple, so I think it's quite versatile, and I'm just very glad to have that kind of item. It also matches those flowers that you can see reflected on the mirror, and that mirror is also a piece that I don't use that often, but I felt like it was great for making this small space look a bit bigger. And then I remembered that I wanted to add some pillows into this couch, just so that it looks a bit more comfortable, and I am using a mix from the Modern Lux ones and the Basecamp ones. And I also wanted to have one or something here in this bed, so I decided to have this penguin plushie. I thought about adding the heart plush from Lovestruck, but it was the early purchase incentive, so not everyone has that one, and I don't think it's that cute, so I decided to use the penguin. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye everyone!